guys, welcome to the review show. My name's Austin. The Old Way stars Nicolas Cage. Retired gunslinger Colton Briggs faces the consequences of his past when the son of a man he murdered arrives to take his revenge. Briggs must take up arms once more after his wife is killed and is joined by his daughter. Straight off the right off the bat, that fucking alright. I'm really disappointed by this movie. Because I went in, which IMDb is fucking giving it an 8 out of 10, which is not the case. Which I want it to be an 8 out of 10, but it's just, it's not. It's actually really bad. Briggs killed a son's father at the beginning of this movie. And so throughout this whole entire movie, it's sort of like revealed. And it's like, it's supposed to be like this huge secret until the end of the movie. It's like, your father killed my dad. Okay, the description of the movie gave that away, so spoiler alert. So at the beginning of this movie, guy's supposed to be getting a guy that is paying the guy, he owes Nicolas Cage money, and so he kills that guy, as well the guy that is supposed to be hanged gets saved, but due to that process, he kills the guy's brother, and the guy's brother, the guy that's supposed to be hanged gets upset at Nicolas Cage for killing his brother, and so he tries to kill Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage kills him, and so this kid is basically grown up to be angry at Nicolas Cage for the rest of his life. Sure, why not? Fine, I can let that part go, even though that it did. I was really confused. Like, okay, you had a brother that was never set up in the 5 seconds of this movie. Sure, why not? Let's do that. And so 20 years pass. No one has seen this fucking guy in 20 years. He has a family now. He has a daughter. He has a wife. And so this this small posse, like this, can you call it a posse? It's a group of 4 guys come upon this farm. And so he's like, and he kills the wife and the thing is, he didn't know at first that this was Nicolas Cage's farm, this was his family. And so he kills the guy, he kills the wife. That would have been a twist. It's like, oh, I was not a girl this whole time long. I was a guy. That would have been a twist. Yeah, so he kills his wife. Which, how fucking stupid that was to be. And even a guy, part of his group, says, like, this is dumb. Why are you doing this? But it's like, but you find out later that this is apparently part of the plan when he didn't know until he sort of figured it out by just a satchel on a wall from like what you sit on a horse, and it says his name on that saddle. It's like, so this is his farm. Okay, cool. And it's like, well, how convenient that is. Like, this is a whole entire country, and you somehow just came upon the guy that killed your father 20 years ago. Sure, why not? And the marshal that is chasing this group also knows Nicolas Cage, and and just kind of just like, don't come after the killers, because I know that you're going to. Don't do it. All right, you have a daughter now. You have to think about her. So don't do it. And it's like, what do you think is gonna happen? He's gonna go. This guy used to kill people for a living. Of course, he's gonna go and try to kill the people that killed his wife. And so it makes the marshal look fucking stupid. It's like, why not just have Nicolas Cage come along with you and work from the side. Work on your side, because at the end of the movie you're just like, well, why not we just call your dad a hero? It's like, then why not just bring him along then? Because you knew that he was gonna come after them anyways, so that makes you look fucking stupid. And also Nicolas Cage brings his daughter because he couldn't, I guess, leave her, and so it makes you even look more stupid, making Nicolas Cage look stupid for bringing his daughter into a dangerous situation that could have probably most likely got her killed, but no, she somehow is a badass and has no emotion and acts like a normal girl, which they also point out. It's like, but they never really had a relationship, so why is she acting like why is she like acting like her dad and like she's a badass? And this is also the same actress from Firestarter, which was one of the movies that I hated from last year and almost made it onto my top 10 worst list. I don't think you're gonna escape this year, sweetie. Nothing against her. Nothing against her. I can't really. I don't buy her acting at all. I don't. I really don't, because her whole entire scenes were the most cringy ass scenes ever in the movie, and Nicolas Cage tries to teach her how to shoot, and it's like, okay, she doesn't know how to shoot, and of course she knows how to shoot and kills the bad guy. Which, speaking of fucking shooting, this there's this one. So the marshal and the bad guy are in like a gun shooting situation. And this is like the most obvious like bad directing ever. Now there's a couple. No, like there's a great couple cemetery shots for sure. But from this so the marshal say this is how it looks like. The marshal is shooting this way at one of the bad guys, and it's mostly like the main guy. There's a guy of one of the marshals on his side. There's a dog barking. Shut that dog up. I'm trying to do a review. Guy. Running this way to the marshal, and he somehow, and he's shooting at this guy. There's not like another guy over there. They're both like, there's the four guys are like 2 guys over there, 2 guys right there. He is running this direction and gets shot in the fucking back. Doesn't get shot in the side or in the head or from the side. He gets shot directly into the fucking back, and it's like, how of a big of an error is that? It's like basically Nicolas Cage finds the marshal. He kind of helps him a little bit. Then he goes off to this another town, and so this is kind of stupid from Nicolas Cage, is that he just sends his daughter in to find out if there's any new visitors in town or something, but so then she gets captured. That's sort of the reveal that comes into play, and he goes in anyways. It's like, why not just keep her out of the town? You just go in anyway, because he goes in shooting anyways. So it kind of just makes that whole entire scene pointless. Just so the movie is longer than an hour and a half, because it's barely 90 minutes long. So it just makes Nicolas Cage look stupid. And because the daughter doesn't know how to protect herself anyways, and they also recognize her, and now he doesn't know that they've seen her when he was taking her off to school, because that's the one thing is that they sort of like saw him walking the girl to school, and it's like, well, then this is, if you recognize, it's like, if you're that's another plot hole. It's like, if you're mad at this one guy for many years for killing your dad, it's like, how can you really forget that face? The only difference is that he doesn't have a mustache. So I'm pretty sure you should still be able to recognize his face. It's not like a Clark Kent situation, is it? Where Superman puts on glasses, no one recognizes him. But they apparently can recognize the little girl. Whatever. The son that he lost his father to shoots Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is basically fucking dead, because they also he knew like he was sort of outgunned, so he's kind of like saved his daughter, and so the guy just stands there like shouting out, "I did it, Dad! I killed Nicolas Cage!" And like, and just like the worst acting ever, very cringeworthy. And the daughter takes the gun and shoots him, and it's like, well, how fucking obvious was that to be? How stupid are you? And I guess in that sense, he didn't think that the girl would shoot him, but it's like, it was just very corny, very dumb, very boring. Like, nothing really happened. There was only 2 shootout scenes in this whole entire movie, and it's like, the one thing I came for in the movie is to see a Western shootout. And which you sort of did, but it was badly choreographed, and it was very quick, instantly. Like, it was maybe less than 5 minutes long, and the whole entire rest of the movie was basically boring dialogue that was very uninteresting. I'm gonna give The Old Way an F. There's not one good thing about this movie. I can't really point out. Nicolas Cage is fine in it, but that's not really good enough to give it a better grade. January. Where this movie belongs. Where this movie belongs, for sure. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like always, I'll see you guys in the next review. Bye, guys.